Mayor John McCann is joining us. The hot topic all over the island already, so we'll get right into it. The referendum that has been discussed and rumored and talked about, and a little of this and a little of that. Is it for sure happening?
The vote is first Tuesday in May.
May 5th. All right. So it is. So it's going to happen.
The second reading from the council will be next Tuesday.
Okay.
That will finalize it from a regulatory point of view. We've hired an education consultant from Columbia. Has been working with us. There's several parts to the referendum.
Right.
One is there's a $35 million for arts and culture.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes $5 million for Honeyhorn Coastal Discovery,
mm-hmm.
$5 million for Mitchellville, and $25 million for an arts campus. The arts campus will be run, occupied, and owned by the University of South Carolina, Beaufort.
Okay.
We will take the current building now, it looks like, and remodel it and take care of all the aging part of it, and the part has to be fixed up. We will put classrooms in there. We will bring it up to the standards of a first-class arts campus.
So that's the $25 million from the town is for doing that before you turn it over, basically?
That's right.
And then you hand it over to...
And buy the building. We'll buy the building, too. We have to buy the building. The building is
We don't own the building.
No, the building is currently owned by the Arts Center.
Oh, okay.
So we will have to buy the building. And then there'll be land in the back or land around it for future expansion in later years for the symphony and other people along the way.
Who will operate the building?
University of South Carolina.
So they'll be operating...
That's right.
Okay.
And the current Arts Center will stay there as a partner to do programming, but the university will own the building, control the building, and take care of the programming.
Okay. And what's the time frame on getting that part of that done, that piece of the pie done?
Well, a lot of it in theory has been done because we've had consultants go through there and lay out what has to be done, what doesn't have to be done over the last 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
The other piece of it...
I mean with the Art Center part of it.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yeah. The other piece of it is the parks.
Right.
And that's $30 million for 3 parks. Crossings, Chaplin, and the Port Royal tract that we own. We're not buying any new parks, building any new parks. We're refurbishing what we already own.
Yeah.
Now people say, why are we doing it now? Why is the rush to do it?
That was my question.
Okay. We've just finished having a park consultant that came in and has finished his study. We'll make a report to the town this week. We have finished the comp plan, or close to finishing the comp plan, which has had hundreds and hundreds of hours of meetings and hundreds of people that have gone through this to figure where we should be over the next 5 to 10 years, to lay a roadmap out for us. We have the answers now. We've had the comp plan, we've had the park study, we've had 3 consultant studies, we've had the venue committee, we've had more than enough people to tell us where we want to go. This is no surprise, this is no rush, this is nothing that the town manager and myself thought of. This has all been laid out for us in the meantime.
Okay.
It's an exciting program.
It is indeed. Let me ask you this question that I have not heard asked before. What if we have another hurricane?
Well, we've increased our reserves from the last hurricane. We replaced the reserves, increased the reserves, and we don't think we'll have any problem with the next thing. God forbid the big one comes.
Yeah.
We'll have
then everything's out the window.
That's correct.
We're not worried about parks at that point. We're getting after that. So we would be okay reserve-wise. I mean, that was the reason for this tax in the first place.
That's right.
Was to handle the reserves after Matthew. We would be okay reserve-wise to handle another one without derailing anything you're working on?
That's correct.
Okay.
We've increased the reserves to do that, yes.
Okay. Can we, once you decide to do this, what if 5 years down the road, we decide, yeah, well, you know what? This opportunity has come up instead. Can we change it midstream, or will we have to go back and ask folks to vote to change anything?
Well, the $65 million they have is dedicated money for these projects.
Okay.
So we can't change our mind in 5, 10, 15 years to go a different project. It's dedicated money for these projects.
Okay, so we can't change our mind there. All right, well, there you go. Now we got that problem solved. We got a couple more things we got to do in town, and we got to talk about spring training too. Back with more with the mayor in just a moment.